Hey, you know the old saying, where there's a will, there's a way. Well, it's true, and that statement could easily pass for the definition of the American spirit on the world stage over the course of its history. But what happens when the way that will opens up gets hijacked by an ideology that absolutely and positively does not want it to succeed? What happens when the forces that be impart their will on your world by the twisting machination of bully influence? Now, you've all been hearing me and a lot of others actually talk about this trucker convoy going on in Canada. You know that my support is fully behind them in the cause of ending all mandates related to COVID all across the country that is the oversized and overgoverned Great White North. And of course, if you've been paying attention, you know that they've come under fire from all the usual suspects who hate their cry for freedom. The latest of these, you all know it, you've all heard it, you've read about it, GoFundMe, which announced last Friday that it has removed the Freedom Convoy 2022 fundraiser from its crowdfunding platform. Now, the reason given, which seems perfectly sensible on its face, is that some of the people involved in the otherwise peaceful protest have begun committing acts of violence. Now, that's what GoFundMe said. The organizers of the fundraising campaign, though, they made sure when they set the whole thing up that they specified that the funds raised would only go to people who acted peacefully and in accordance with Canadian law. But the crowdfunding platform has decided that that's not enough. As of right now, people who've given money, you can request a refund. Everything else left over will be distributed by GoFundMe to other charities of the Freedom Convoy's choosing. Now, originally they were saying they were going to choose. Now they're giving the choice to the Freedom Convoy. So sweet of them to change. Now, if the only bits of information you have to put together an opinion about all of this are the ones that I just gave you, you might well be justified in thinking to yourself, well, that sounds legitimate enough. I mean, if in fact there's enough people in the trucker convoy who are disobeying the law and causing mayhem, there could be, then it's well within the rights of GoFundMe to pull this thing down and decide not to be involved in it at all. They're a private company, I know, blah, 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 blah. And hey, I'd even tend to agree with you, except there's this one little nagging thing that just kind of bothers me. And let me let you in on it and see if it bothers you as well. A quick little 30-second Google search or DuckDuckGo, whatever you use, is going to tell you in no uncertain terms that GoFundMe has no problem with Black Lives Matter groups raising funds on their site. Now, it may have been a while since you glanced at your calendar, so let me inform you, it is February of 2022. You've had a good long time to take a look at what's been done in the name of the BLM organization and GoFundMe. Now, where's the outrage over what's been done in their name? Where's the pulling of the crowdfunding campaigns? And yes, I said campaigns, plural, because there's a shitload of them. In short, why are you reacting to the trucker convoy protest in this way, but have ignored an insanely more violent group of people? I mean, it couldn't possibly be that the trucker convoy's message doesn't fit your freaking narrative about how the world's supposed to work, whereas Black Lives Matter does, right? Now, it couldn't possibly be that hypocrisy runs rampant through every progressive wackadoodle leftist and every organization whose strings are pulled by them. Could it? I don't know, Chris. Could it? See, folks, the thing that gets me pissed about all of this isn't the harsh standard. I agree that businesses like GoFundMe have the right to do pretty much whatever they want within the confines of the law and the contracts they agree to. And that includes having an out clause in a situation like this. But what frustrates the hell out of me, and you too, I'm sure, is that they don't hold up the same standards across the board. And what that means in sad reality is that bias is the reigning word of the day. Bias. So as much as I hate to keep having to shake the dust off my shoes every time I leave a company behind because of their woke behavior, I'll continue to do it till the day I die. GoFundMe, I gotta say it, go fund yourself. I guess we're gonna have to find another crowdsourcing company we can make them rich.